Hey guys, it's Mario from WATL, and today we're going to talk to Colby Dean about his axe throwing technique and some tips that he has to share with us.
So I've tried everything, from the Smith to Philibom. The thing I feel comfortable is I have my right foot forward, and then my left foot's behind it, but the only part of my foot that's on the ground are my toes. I usually find a spot on the ground somewhere with like my big toe.
Yeah.
And then I kind of eyeball it to see if I need to like scoot over to the left or right.
What Colby shares with us is interesting. He's got muscle memory, so he's working off of his muscle memory, and as soon as he feels the tension, he releases.
Usually I keep drawing back, and then there's a little spot in my shoulder. There's some like tension that'll build up. And as soon as I feel that, I know to release. I pinch grip more so kind of like Vin or anybody that holds it kind of funky with their finger out. I think me and Ian, we hold it about the same way. That's what I used to aim, is like the little knuckle on my finger. So when I release, I try to point it at the board. And that's why if you see like any of Throw's photos, all my fingers are down except for my pointer finger.
Right.
So that's usually what I try to use.
What Colby does is he puts his left hand on his sternum, and because he's shorter, he actually makes sure that he's always standing straight up. If he bends a little bit, that's going to affect his throws.
I have to stand straight up because I'm so short. If I like bend or pull anything down, I'm low. When I throw, I'll place like my left hand on my sternum to make sure like I'm straight up. With the bullseye, most of the time I can just throw straight at it. I gotta aim up like just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the kill shots, I just make sure where I start like right here.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to hit them forever ago, and I live close to Sam Carter.
Yeah.
So he was telling me like you start low and it's easier to go higher.
Now, just a quick recap for those who don't know who Colby Dean is at home. Just because you haven't seen him on TV doesn't mean you won't see him soon. He was one match away from the World Championships and the U.S. Open.
I've been to the make it to the television game 3 times and lost all 3 times.
Both.
Yeah, at Worlds, I lost a comp.
Yeah.
In best of 3. Dropped down, won a match, and then I had Fancy Lad, who I beat first round, and he beat me. And then at the U.S. Open, I beat Philibom to win but then he double dipped me to make it to ESPN.
One of the keys to success that Colby has is to take a deep breath, and that's one of the pieces of advice he actually got from his mother during his all-state championship competitions.
In high school, I was a 4-time state champion wrestler.
Damn.
And then I wrestled for a year and a half at North Carolina State. Funny story, my freshman year when I was in the state finals, I was the only freshman. And we were in like a pretty big arena. You know, for wrestling, you don't have a lot of spectators, but when you make it to state, it's usually pretty full. I looked up and I was a nervous wreck. And so my mom, who helped my dad coach me, she grabbed me and she's like, just breathe. Just take a deep breath. Look at the ground. Don't pay attention to anything else. So anytime I get nervous in axe throwing, I usually just try to take a deep breath. I'll look at the ground.
Yeah.
I'll usually like twirl my axe or something.
Yeah.
But that's when I breathe. I'll usually place my foot wherever I found on the ground that I like.
Right.
And I'll take a deep breath and I'll bring my axe up and I'll let it bounce twice.
Nice.
And when it bounces twice, that's usually I know I'm ready to throw, so I'll throw like shortly thereafter.
So part of his practice regimen was that he would practice every chance he could get. So he worked with Michael Theodoro. Many of you know Michael from the US Open, who appeared on TV in the finals. Every chance he would get, whether it was a 10-minute break in between group sessions at the facility that they worked out of, they would quickly throw a match together. And that made sure that they got as much practice in a competitive landscape constantly.
We would practice about every day, but what me and Michael would do would be, because we work together, would be we would work and change boards, whatever needed to be done. We would take 10 minutes out, throw a best of 3 set with 1 warm-up throw, and then go back to whatever we were doing.
Nice.
And that way, because at tournaments most of the time you don't have warm-up lanes, you don't have much time to practice. If you win, the wait's longer. So we would just 1 warm-up throw and throw 3 games.
Make sure you focus on kill shots and get comfortable with them. That saved Colby a lot of times, and it's won him a lot of big matches.
Don't be afraid of kill shots. I've won plenty of games like now where you can go up on 9 and 10. It's a game changer.
Yes.
If I'm down at all on 9, I just automatically go up. I don't care if it's 1, 2 points.
Yep.
And that's actually how I beat Sycon at the Open. Was I was down 2 and I went up. I hit, he threw 5, and then on 10 we both went up and I hit again. And I did that this weekend twice to 2 different people, and it's just I don't know.
Really?
I think too many people are just scared to miss.
Yes.
Especially if it's first or second, like if it's first game.
Yep.
I mean, you got 2 more. Sam kind of passed it down to me, and so now, you know, if I'm down at all, I'll just go up, and you can't really worry about who you're playing against, because once people start looking at the leaderboard and learn your name, they throw amazing.
Thanks for watching, everyone. This is Mario from WATL, and you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, stay up to date with the latest promotions, latest tips, interviews with some of the top throwers globally. I hope you enjoy, and get ready to see more content from us in 2021, 2022. Thanks, guys.